You're smart, right? People tell you that all the time. You've got the potential, the intelligence, but somehow you keep falling short. Goals you set, projects you start, they just fizzle out. Sound familiar? You're ambitious, you've got big dreams, and deep down, you're capable of more. But here's the thing, being smart doesn't automatically equal success. In fact, sometimes it can be a curse. For years, I felt like I was wasting my potential. I had all these great ideas, all these skills, but I kept hitting walls. I thought I was just lazy or undisciplined. But then I realized something crucial. It wasn't about me, it was about how I was approaching things. Did you know Thomas Edison, one of history's greatest inventors, failed thousands of times before perfecting the light bulb? J.K. Rowling, author of the Harry Potter series, was rejected by 12 publishers. Jack Ma, the founder of Alibaba, faced rejection from 30 different jobs, including KFC. These individuals weren't just smart, they were resilient. Here's why. Smart people often fall victim to what I call the potential paradox. You're so focused on your potential that you get paralyzed by the pressure to achieve it perfectly. And when you don't, the disappointment hits even harder. But don't worry, this isn't a dead end. It's a challenge you can overcome. By the end of this video, you'll understand why failure is a crucial part of success and how to leverage it to your advantage. The real reason smart people fail isn't a lack of intelligence, it's a struggle with execution. Think of it like this. You have a super fast race car, your brain, but you're stuck in neutral. So how do you shift into gear? Well, most advice out there focuses on superficial fixes. Make a to-do list. Stay motivated. But that's like putting a band-aid on a broken engine. It doesn't address the underlying problem, resistance. Just like in physics, you experience resistance when you try to move something. In the real world, it could be wind, the road itself. But in life, it could be a lack of knowledge, resources, or simply not knowing where to start. So let's tackle this in two ways. One, lower the activation energy. Imagine trying to light a bonfire. You wouldn't start by throwing a huge log onto a cold pile, right? You'd start with kindling small, easily combustible materials that catch fire quickly and help ignite the bigger pieces. Apply that same principle to your goals. Don't try to tackle the entire project at once. Break it down into tiny, ridiculously easy steps. If you want to write a book, don't aim for 10 pages a day, aim for just one paragraph. If you want to start a business, don't focus on raising millions. Focus on making one sales call. The key is to make the initial step so small that it's almost impossible to resist. 2. The 5-minute rule. Tell yourself you'll only work on the task for 5 minutes. That's it. No pressure to do more. Set a timer, get started, and when the timer goes off, you're free to stop. But here's the magic. Often, you won't want to stop. Once you've overcome that initial inertia, you'll find yourself in a state of flow, and momentum will carry you forward. Think of it like pushing a heavy box. The hardest part is getting it moving. Once it's in motion, it becomes much easier to keep it going. Now, let's talk about applying these strategies to real life. Are you struggling to start that side hustle you've always dreamed about? Are you procrastinating on that project that could change your career? Lower the activation energy. Commit to just 5 minutes of work each day. And if you really don't want to continue after 5 minutes, then you don't have to. But I promise you, once you get started, you will continue. I know this can feel overwhelming, but the key is to start small. Pick one thing from this video and focus on implementing it today. Don't try to fix everything at once. By the end, keep in mind, you're not failing because you're not smart enough. You're failing because you're letting resistance win. So, lower the activation energy, use the 5-minute rule, and start turning your potential into reality. And if you need a little extra motivation, hit that subscribe button. I will be making more videos on how to turn the knowledge inside your brain into results out in the real world.